On the other side, you know, we see some pretty solid tools. The Viego's been left open. We get that Trundle jungle, which is good into a lot of these melee champions. And the Ezreal Braum,
where they're losing their first 5 series and then coming back and winning 6 in a row. That's the kind of style that I would much prefer to see. That is the dream, and that's what you want to see. As I see that now, flash forward, face breaker there by Chocho as he jumps in straight away, trying to get this one. But a very DP onto this one, as he's going to be trying to join into this fight. It is still now a 4v4. Flash is being burnt, and the Haymaker not able to come out in time. Forge in a little bit of trouble. He flashes forward, lands himself the Q, and gets himself out. It's still a 2 for 2.
Use the resets, but had them available to fight one longer. I think that's why Rogue Warriors knew they had to disengage.
You know,
remember, no flash from Betty now.
I was just about to say, there's going to be no summoners here for Betty. He can't do anything. Chocho, walk away. You don't need to be here. But he gets concussive blowed as well. He's going to try and get himself out. But it's 2 quick kills and LNG.
Pretty OP, you know. Either that or the alternatives are just underpowered, right? You know, that's the sort of question you have to raise. Is it could be a situation, but then again, if everything else is underpowered compared to one thing, does that not just mean it's also overpowered?
Well, we're going to see who's overpowered in this fight. Do you see the Glacial Fish are good to kind of zone people away? I don't think LNG want this fight just yet. They're not quite in position, but they are now. Look, Iwandi is waiting. He's saying, look, if you ain't going to engage on me, I'm going to engage on you. There's the Trundle Pillar of Ice to try and get him in, but a good disengaging Chains of Corruption keeps everyone locked up and away from this fight on LNG. Forge feeling comfortable, feeling good. Rogue Warrior
used everything, so he's not able to peel. Arle goes down. It's just very messy and overforced from LNG.
I think the better of it. I feel like that was the correct decision there from Ale.
Yeah, a little bit of a HP difference there, I will definitely say. So playing it safe in that situation. Icon, he's feeling confident with the mana pool, but he's gonna get engaged though.
He's by himself, and oh my word, he just gets picked off.
It means that now Rogue Warriors can lean towards this top side very comfortably and take this first tower. You know, sometimes you see this great mitigation from LNG. They deny that held, and now Rogue Warriors are like, okay, we want dragons, we want to start stacking up, we feel strong. But because they're down that first one, and it was also kind of not going to hit the tower. Insane.
I know, they denied Rogue Warriors from getting the tower hit. They will get a tower hit themselves and could keep it mid.
Yeah, so it'll just be a trade of those one towers, the tier 1s on either side. Obviously, LNG got to push the wave.
Yeah, a bit of gold on the Viego to go back and spend, so he's going to do that right now. And of course, you can see Light just trying to stack up towards his Manamune right now, as we now see Iwandi in a little bit of trouble. The Unbreakable goes up, but nowhere for you to go. Flash is over the wall.
Or something, and I don't know. I don't know
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out in post. But LNG, they just bully RW off, and now we're going to see the showstopper to start all things off. We're going to see the Glacial Fisher to try and disengage, and this is all right for LNG. They're trying to see if they can get the kills down. The Viego, however, will not get the reset. The Core Drinkers, good Everfrost though onto 2 means a down to say, hang on, these guys have been AFK for a little bit. Tarzan is around. They now know he's coming in. They now know it probably is being taken down and gone. Taken away from LNG. You have got the safeguard with the ward jumps to be able to get yourself in and out of positions and maybe even find a flank. But while that's been happening,
into this bot wave that Forge just set up and apply pressure to this tier 2 tower. Icon and Ale are there to try and defend, but again, they can't really do anything to this cannon minion. That being said, they're not going to go for the cannon minion. They're going to go for the bigger cannon minion that is Betty, but Betty just survives, uses his flash to get away from the Viego. And again, no one was there to follow up. Ale goes in completely alone. The rest of his team got to look at him like, all right, bye. And now Rogue Warriors could maybe crack open the base. I'm going to be cautious about the AoE from the Rise bouncing on them, but LNG aren't comfortable stepping up. They can't clear the minions quick enough. There's going to be bot inhib down, and Rogue Warriors, you know, they're getting so much more than they ever bargained for. It's consistently
cracked open. That's a great inhibitor to take this early on in the game because it means you can put pressure.
Translate that into pressure around the map. And again, they are comfortable playing scenarios like this where it's a 3-2. Arle's not able to handle this. You see the engage there. It's like, okay, let's do a sniper brawl mode to try and knock someone up. Okay, that only hit the Recton. Let's throw a pillar down. And that's it. That's literally it. Where's the engage coming in?
There we go. The flash kick right down the showstopper to try and start it all off. The Braum is dead. Now, can you look for anything off of this? Great moonfall to catch out 3. And you can see LNG in full retreat. They want nothing to do with this, but they got to be careful. And Rogue Warriors, they have not got the resets available to the Viego, though. LNG just getting decimated. And with TP available on the Lee Sin, they may look for the end right here, right now.
But the thing is, Arle can't really go down and clear out this wave and then be back in time to TP because the Baron's already been started. So really nice timing from Rogue Warriors to kick this one off. The inhibitors respawning soon, but a fight's kicking off already.
The fight is kicking off. Glacial Fissure has been used. Jojo takes a lot of damage. Force goes in with the kick to try and set this one all up. The Braum is dead, but they take down the Icon. The Rise is gone, and Forge is still pushing forward. It's a very, very good fight for Rogue Warriors, and they have a TP on ZDZ if they want to try and end the game. That's a quadra kill here for Betty on the Varus, and game 1 goes to RW in honestly a very convincing fashion.
And it feels like LNG would try to play this passive defensive game throughout the early game into the mid game, but Rogue Warriors just found the agency, and I think LNG did an okay job at first, but then it was just this disconnect between them, getting caught